Welcome to Omni Tales.
After checking the mystics' positions for the umpteenth time, Jefferson tiptoed out of the suite. More out of habit than necessity. Even in the hallway, he carefully extinguished every glowing footprint left by the Mystica Glorvois leading to his room while making his way to the lower floors. Any general or mythical onyx can be used as a source of light, but artificial light alone cannot help one see through the various mists that creep through Wanderlust. One such mist is the white ghost mist, which always settles atop Ouroboros. Civilians claim the mist has a will of its own, while specialists claim the mist to be a mixture of several vapors released by Mystica, such as Zephyra. Light created by the strongest Mystica is devoured by this mist, rendering it impossible for anyone, even Mystica themselves, to find the market. While the market itself is impossible to locate, a giant moving mountain, however, is not so much. Since the First Era, wanderers have climbed Ouroboros for its many medicinal and mystical benefits, though only a handful have ever been lucky enough to find the final market, which was, and is, everyone's primary objective. Rumors say the first mythical onyx discovered within the market sparked the conflicts of the Second Era, conflicts that ultimately led to wandererity evolving into the dominant race. In time, wanderers developed a system to embark and disembark from the mountain without suffering any adverse effects. This revolution led to the next and current era, where the government organizes and sells slots to various mistkeepers, healers, animists, and such professions at the fake Xavier's market they created. Xavier's market may hold the power to grant any wish one desires, but even the imitation benefits from the mystical climate of Ouroboros. The enchanted mountain enhances stores and fuses various Mystica traits, creating an environment where even a simple first aid remedy contains the ingredients to cure the deadliest diseases. This unique environment turned even the fake market, Oruma, into a global phenomenon, attracting people from all four kingdoms. The allocation of market slots depends on where the mountain stops and who controls the land it settles upon. The first slots go to the landowners, who are forced to shift their entire livelihoods due to the massive, uninvited guest. Next, slots are granted to the zone heads, those who have been assisting villages in relocating throughout the decade-long journey of Ouroboros. Following them are the mayors and regional rulers, both those who have already relocated and those whose territories will soon be invaded. The kings and queens of the four realms have unlimited access, though those closest to the mountain benefit from faster onboarding for obvious reasons. Jefferson belongs to the Oracle department of the Arcane Forces. Unlike the Arcane's primary function, enforcing the Queen's laws and punishing those who defy them, the Oracles specialize in predictions, and instead of reporting to the Arcane hierarchy, they answer directly to the Queen. Despite his laid-back attitude and willingness to let the world walk all over him, Jefferson held the most stars in his department. Since childhood, he had possessed the rare gift of predicting a Mystica's abilities, its potential effects on the environment, and vice versa. The additional responsibility of preventing disaster before it struck had been drilled into him by his guru, which allowed him to rise through the ranks faster than any other. Like the kings and queens of the four realms, the oracles of each kingdom are deployed at every market to keep casualties to a minimum. Along with the benefits of Ouroboros, each oracle earns 10 joule per day, counting their time here as life-ending overtime, because a wonder is more ominous than auspicious. Some specialists within the oracle department are handpicked to locate the real Xavier's market, but Jefferson lacked the single-minded yet distracted zeal required to qualify for such a position. Confusing, right? That's the reason he didn't even think of applying for that wild goose chase.
One problem at a time,
Jefferson muttered to himself, suppressing the creeping tendrils of his inferiority complex. Not being part of the special forces provided him with the perfect opportunity to pull off a mystery, one that a sentinel could never hope to solve. Never on a wonder such as Ouroboros, at least. Oracles are thinkers. Their minds are as sharp or sharper than a Bashulant's stinger, and Jefferson planned to use his mind for something nefarious.
Not a sentinel, nor an oracle,
he said, grinning and stepping out of his hotel and onto the bustling streets of the fake Xavier's market, known to the world as the Market of Oruma. No records exist detailing the true nature or environmental conditions of the real market, but even the imitation is riddled with life-threatening hurdles. ones that could break a person if they weren't careful. At the core of this mystery lies the labyrinthine mountain itself. No one, not even the Pixen, is skilled enough to navigate its twists and turns alone. Above the maze, multiple layers of white ghost mist blanket the terrain, reducing visibility to barely a meter. And as if that weren't enough, there exists an even greater peril, the lure of Ouroboros. Vitality surges, and memories are distorted. One can neither sleep nor recall. Stay stuck in a loop for more than a minute and a half, and the lure shall lure you away into the depths none have returned. A phenomenon born from the air, grazing against the mountain's surface and mingling with the countless mystica residing within, the lure of Ouroboros is a hypnotic symphony of sounds. It does not simply distract, it ensnares the mind, compelling travelers to drift into thought until it's too late. Lost in their musings, they lose their senses and sense of self. Drawn deeper into the mountain's embrace, they follow the sound blindly. Sending a search party after them is as futile as seeking the real market. Curiously, this phenomenon does not affect children. Whether this be one of Ouroboros's mercy or the simple inability of a child to hold on to a singular thought remains unknown. To combat the lack of visibility, officials beg and lure the mystica known as ethical into Oruma. These small, ethereal creatures possess an otherworldly presence. Their silvery grey fur shimmers faintly in the dark, seamlessly blending with the shadows. Their most striking feature, however, is their large, luminous eyes glowing in hues of deep blue and violet, as if reflecting the very stars themselves. Perpetually clutched in an ethical's tiny paw is a cuckoo leaf, which it rolls up into a joint and smokes endlessly. The exhaled smoke twists into intricate, glowing shapes, mystica, symbols, runes, and even entire scenes, each illuminating its surroundings with a dim, ghostly light. The ethical's smoke possesses a unique property. It can cut through mystic mist and unnatural darkness, creating a safe bubble of visibility within the white ghost mist. The swirling figures it forms often act as guides, drifting ahead to lead travelers through treacherous paths. Despite their calm demeanor, the ethical are highly attuned to their surroundings, capable of sensing dangers lurking in the unseen. Many believe that their smoke carries subtle messages or warnings, and the presence of an ethical is considered a sign of protection and wisdom. Their small, round ears twitch at the faintest of sounds, and their slow, deliberate movements only add to their enigmatic aura. However, not just any mystica can be brought into Ouroboros. Many mystica refuse to fly near the mountain, sensing its approach long before wanderers do. And once a mystica rejects a location or refuses a command, there is no room for negotiation. A wanderer faced with such defiance has only two choices: leave the mystica behind or abandon their journey altogether. After all, no mere wanderer can overpower or undermine a mystica's will. To even attempt such a thing is not just taboo in the current era, it is pure folly.
Make sure to please the almighty algorithm on your way out, and that shall notify you when the next chapter's release. See ya in the next one.